friends, welcome back to Carrie's Culinary Crafts, and welcome if you are new. Here on Carrie's Culinary Crafts, we talk all things food, and today I am going to finally make my Italian seasoning blend that I make actually several times a year. This is something that I reach and grab for all the time. Anytime that I'm roasting vegetables, I just grab this, put salt, pepper, and this on it, and we're good to go. So it is my most grabbed seasoning blend that I use. And in my Italian blend, the three normals that I always put in it, and sometimes I only put these three in it, is parsley, oregano, and basil. Okay, now all three of these come from my garden. I dehydrate them every year, and a pint of each of them will last me to the next season. If I have more than that, I usually just put them into Mylar bags and with oxygen absorbers and then just pack them away. But usually 1 pint will last me until next season. So, but today I had, I'm going to go ahead and mix this up, but I'm also going to add one other ingredient in it. I am going to add some thyme into it just because I had an excellent harvest. You can see there's 1 cup in there. And I don't use thyme a whole lot. Like this will be more than enough to last me till next season. There will probably be half of this left over. It's just, I use it, but I don't use it as often as I use like these other 3 spices. But like I said, I had a really, really good harvest of thyme this year. So I did go ahead and dehydrate all of it. And since I have so much of it, I will be using it in this Italian blend. And it is a common one that is used in Italian seasoning blends as well. And another herb that you can put into Italian seasoning blend, if you like it, is rosemary. It's a stronger piney scent. A lot of people do add that into their, Italian seasoning blend. I don't. I like to use rosemary when I have a specific recipe for rosemary. It's not something that I want to use in my everyday cooking, so I don't add it to my Italian blend. But if it's something that you love, then by all means, go ahead and add it to your blend. Okay, and my portions are pretty much, I eyeball it, but I'll basically tell you how much is in it. Now, this is my old seasoning, so I'm just going to dump that in this jar here just because I want to mix all the ingredients up. Okay, so I'm going to start with parsley. Parsley is what you use the most of. I am going to put 1 cup of parsley in here, which will be half of this pint jar. So I just pour it in till it's about half. See that? It smells so good. Okay, and then next is basil. This is what I use the second most of. I will use about 1/3 of a cup of basil. Not quite as much as the parsley. The parsley you want to be the majority. And then basil would be your second ingredient. So I'm going to use about 1/3 of a cup. Now this one wasn't as full as that parsley, so I'm probably going to go about half here too. But it's probably only about 1/3 of a cup. Okay, see that? And then oregano, you want to do about 1/4 of a cup. Oregano is a much stronger spice than your parsley and your basil. So you would use less than that. Now this is filled up to the top, so I'm just going to go to, oh, maybe to about right here. So about 1/4 of a cup. There we go. And then we have the thyme. God, this smells so good. Okay, and this thyme, I am going to use 2 tablespoons. Like I said, this isn't something that I always use in everyday cooking, but because I do have a lot of it, I am going to use some of it. But it is a stronger spice, so you definitely want to use less of this than you do the oregano. So I'm just going to go ahead and use, do 2 tablespoons. And there we go. There is my homemade Italian seasoning blend. And like I said, like every time I make it, I might make it a little bit different. You know, sometimes I might add some winter savory in it or some summer savory. But the 3 ingredients that are the most common that I use is the basil, parsley, and oregano. And I'm just giving this a really good mix to make sure it's good and mixed up evenly. It smells so good. All right. And here is my mason jar here. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour it in. Now for me, like I said, this is the most common blend that I use. I am reaching for this all the time. I make roasted vegetables often because they are a favorite here. And I just do salt, pepper, and this Italian seasoning blend. And that's it. And there we go. Now I have a full quart mason jar. And this will last me almost till the summertime. I will probably have to mix it one more time before I have enough to harvest and dehydrate for more. So, and I have plenty. That's why I always say that I need like 1 pint jar of these is enough for me to last to the next season, because before I dehydrate that first batch of parsley and oregano and basil, I will fill this jar up again by using the rest of these ingredients. And then I will fill my pint jars with all new dehydrated seasonings that I harvest that year. Okay, and that is my homemade DIY seasoning blend, Italian seasoning blend. And I hope you found this useful. And make sure you give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed already. And I will see you in the next one, friends. Bye.